Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why does my hair look so tired today? You haven't changed your cut, your color looks fine, but somehow it just falls flat. I've been there. And let me tell you this, getting your volume back doesn't require new products, a salon visit, or magic extensions. It takes just 5 minutes. Welcome back to Chic Over 60, where we celebrate timeless style, effortless beauty, and the quiet confidence that never fades. Today, I'm sharing the 5-minute trick to voluminous hair that lasts. The one I use before every shoot, dinner date, or lunch with the girls. A few years ago, I was getting ready to meet an old friend I hadn't seen in years. I put on my favorite blouse, my softest scarf, a little blush, and yet something felt off. It was my hair. It looked lifeless. And in that moment, I realized how much our hair affects the way we feel, our energy, our confidence, even our posture. Flat hair can make us feel smaller. But the truth is, you don't need thick hair to look full of life. You just need the right volume in the right places. So let's start with the simplest fix of all. Your hair part is your secret volume weapon. Most women part their hair the exact same way for years, even decades, without realizing it's flattening the same section of their scalp every single day. Here's what to do. Tomorrow morning, when you look in the mirror, take your comb and shift your part just an inch to the left or right. Instantly, the roots that have been pressed down for years will lift up. I've seen women try this in front of me and gasp, "Oh my gosh, it's like I just got a blowout." That's because you just changed your root direction. It's simple physics. The hair stands taller when it's not used to the angle. So start there. 1 inch can make all the difference. But if you want your volume to move naturally, the next step is everything. Layers aren't about being trendy, they're about movement and softness. I had a client in her early 60s who swore she'd never cut layers because she thought it would make her hair thinner. When she finally tried it, just light layers around the crown and face, her entire expression changed. Her cheekbones looked lifted, her smile brighter, her hair danced when she moved. Here's why. A well-cut layer catches light and shadow, giving the illusion of volume where hair used to fall flat. And for mature hair, which tends to be finer and smoother, this creates dimension and youthfulness without effort. So, if your stylist hasn't reshaped your layers in a while, it might be time. And if you're not ready for a cut, don't worry, there's another trick that works even faster. Light creates depth, and depth means volume. When hair is one solid color, especially darker tones, it can appear flat and heavy. But just a touch of dimension, a few subtle highlights or balayage strands can transform your look instantly. Think of it as contouring for your hair. The lighter pieces reflect light, the deeper shades add shadow, and suddenly your hair looks thicker, richer, and alive. You don't need a full color treatment sometimes. Even a gloss with warm tones can add that reflective lift. It's not about changing your color, it's about letting the light play with it. But even the best cut and color can lose their effect if we fall into some everyday habits that quietly steal our volume. Sometimes it's not what you add, it's what you stop doing. Here are the 3 biggest volume killers I see all the time. First, parting your hair in the same place for too long. We already covered that one, it trains your roots to lay flat. Second, heavy conditioner at the roots. Conditioner belongs only on your ends, never your scalp. Third, blow drying downward. That direction pushes hair toward your scalp and takes away your natural lift. These tiny habits make a big difference. Fix them, and you'll start to see the fullness you've been missing, even before using any styling tools. But now, let's talk about the trick that changes everything. This is the moment I promised you, my 5-minute fix for full, bouncy, natural volume that lasts all day. Here's exactly what to do. Start with dry hair. If it's freshly washed, even better. Lightly mist your roots with water, not product, just water. Take a round brush and using medium heat, blow dry in the opposite direction of your natural fall. If your hair falls right, brush and dry it to the left. Hold each section for just a few seconds before flipping it back. Massage your roots with your fingers while it's still warm. And here's the secret: heat and direction build memory in the hair shaft. You're training your hair to lift itself. No mousse, no teasing, no sprays. When you flip your hair back to its normal direction, there it is. Soft, touchable volume that lasts all day. It's the kind of fullness that moves when you move, elegant, effortless, real. Now, to keep that volume from fading, treat your hair gently. Don't overbrush, especially once it's styled. Use your fingers to refresh shape during the day. At night, sleep on a silk pillowcase and gather your hair loosely on top of your head. That keeps the roots lifted and prevents breakage. But most importantly, don't fight your hair's natural texture. Volume doesn't mean perfection. It means movement, softness, and confidence. When you stop trying to control your hair and start working with it, it responds beautifully. You'll wake up feeling lighter, not because your hair changed, but because you finally let it be itself. So there it is, my 5-minute trick to voluminous hair that lasts. It's simple, it's fast, and it works because it's based on how hair naturally behaves. If today's video helped you see your hair and yourself a little differently, subscribe to Chic Over 60. Here, we celebrate timeless beauty, modern elegance, and the kind of style that never needs to shout. Because confidence, my friend, starts from the roots, literally, and you deserve to feel beautiful every single day.